Splatfest has been part of Splatoon since the release of Splatoon 1, and many would say the most iconic part of the Splatoon franchise. But the reception to Splatfest in Splatoon 3 has been incredibly mixed. Some love it, some hate it, but the overall unanimous agreement everybody has is, yeah, Splatoon 2 did it better. So this video will be covering the overall pros and cons of Splatfest in Splatoon 3. I'm making this video to show off the two sides of what makes and breaks Splatfest in Splatoon 3. And also the Mario Party 9, this video is taking way too long to come out. Pro. Tricolor battles. Tricolor battles are the new hot gimmick for Splatoon 3 Splatfest, and when executed right, is generally one of the most fun additions to Splatoon 3. 3 teams are competing in the match, 1 team of 4 is defending the Ultra Signal, while 2 teams of 2 is trying to get the Ultra Signal. If you get the Ultra Signal, you get a sprinkler of ink spawned on the map, giving you a huge advantage in the match, as the match is also a turf war. This is an excellent addition, as it does something different with the turf war formula, and when you're attacking, you and your only teammate have to strategize how to overcome a 2v4, while also trying to actually overall win the match, while the other 2 teams are in the mix. This mode, when done right, perfectly shows off the 3-team Splatfest idea perfectly. Con. This is all good when executed right. When executed poorly though, Tricolor just becomes a waste of time. If a 3-team Splatfest becomes one-sided or two-sided in popularity, Tricolor ends up becoming overfilled with mirror matches, and when I mean overfilled, I mean it's like 95% of the matches. For regular turf war, at least when it's a 1 or 2-sided Splatfest, there's always one other team to face, so it feels like a Splatfest. For Tricolor, it requires all 3 teams, so if one's really unpopular than the others, it's going to be near impossible to find a regular match. So when it comes to 1 2-sided Splatfest, Tricolor ends up becoming a waste of time to even bother with. And also, there's no X Battle in Tricolor, so if you're into that, then it really wouldn't be for you. Pro. 3-team Splatfests. The 3-team Splatfests are also the main gimmick for Splatfest in Splatoon 3. The 3-team Splatfest represents more ideas to do, like the Tricolor matches, and it also provides more options if there's an option you aren't really particularly fond of. Con. The 3-team Splatfest, though, a good percent of the time is insanely botched. For the options, if the Splatfest options aren't good, like let's say 1-team option is clearly more popular than the others, then the 3-team Splatfest idea falls apart and it just goes back into a 2-team Splatfest, and because of that, the risk of mirror matches increases and Tricolors, like I said earlier, becomes useless. And also, the 3-team Splatfest sounds like a good idea, but eventually you have more limited options than a 2-team Splatfest. Like seriously, Nintendo? A Greeting Splatfest? That's the best you can do? And also, Splatoon 3 doesn't have a single sponsored Splatfest besides the Nintendo ones, which, I don't know, I feel like some of the charm of the Splatfest is fighting over some sponsor stuff, like the SpongeBob Splatfest, Transformers Splatfest, or even when Nintendo did a TMNT Splatfest, and that one was a tournament style that has yet to be replicated since. I don't know, it just seems like in Splatoon 3, Nintendo was not willing to go the extra mile for the Splatfests. Pro. Voting. The voting now in Splatoon has been amazing. Since the Instrument Splatfest, not only do the first place voting get the prize, but the second place voting gets some points as well. This makes Splatfest way more unpredictable, as even if you don't win all the categories, they can still have a chance to win due to second place voting, giving fans a harder time figuring out who's gonna win, and it discourages people from picking a team that's only popular. Here's an example. In the Summerfest, if it was the old system, Theme Park would have easily won, as they locked in popularity and Tricolor. However, since Beach had a ton of second place points, it added up and eventually won the entire Splatfest because of it. This has been an amazing feature, and I'm actually surprised that they didn't even add this way sooner. Con. The voting system in the past was not good and flawed. Before the Instrument Splatfest, there was no second place points, meaning only the team who won the specific catalog gets points. This sounds fine. But I'm not even joking when I say this. The first 5 Splatfests of the game, the popular team, like the most popular team, won all the Splatfests. And besides the Monster Splatfest in between, we went another 5 Splatfests where the most popular team won the Splatfest. I am not joking. Besides the Monster Splatfest, Splatoon 3 went a straight year of the game's lifespan, where the most popular team won the Splatfest every time. I am not joking. After a bit, Splatoon fans started only really picking the most popular teams just to get the easy win, and didn't take until the Splatoween Splatfest in October 2023, where the team that wasn't the most popular won it. I wouldn't be surprised if a good chunk of people started having a way more negative viewpoint towards Splatfest because of this. Imagine Splatoon 3 being your first Splatoon game during this time, excited to try out one of the most hyped game events for Nintendo in general, only for the most popular team to win a year in a row. It just makes it way too predictable, and people will just only join the popular team just so they can get the easy win. Also, voting was flawed, as the team only needed to win popularity and Tricolor to lock in the win, and most of the time, Tricolor barely worked most of the time. The Splatfests were heavily one-sided or two-sided, so you get nothing but mirror matches, so Tricolor locking in a win with a heavily won two-sided Splatfest just felt unfair in a way. Also, the one con about the new voting is that they added it in way too late, as assuming there's no Splatfest extension, the new voting will only take place in 6 Splatfests out of the 19 Splatfests that happened. I mean, I'm glad they added it in, but they couldn't have just added it during the Idol Splatfest? Pro. Miscellaneous. The Fizzy Bangs are a neat little addition to the Splatfest. They're little bombs that you get in every match, and you get more by spotting people. This is a really neat addition, as it feels like another in-universe celebration of the Splatfest, kind of like fireworks or poppers. And the conch shells are easily one of the best features added to Splatfest. Gambling is already expensive enough, but conch shells essentially make it for free, as every Splatfest, if you level up with your catalog, you get one conch shell, which is essentially a free shell out token, so you can continue to get your gambling edition. Con. No ranked mode. Although I don't mind no ranked modes during Splatfest too much, I know for many people it's a huge blow to them, and some even hate Splatfest mainly because it takes away the ranked. After 3 straight games in the series, you would think at some point they would add it in, but apparently not. I understand the in-universe reason why, as Splatfests are so big, calling off ranked modes to take part of the action sounds reasonable. But when you also play ranked during Big Run, which in my opinion is a way bigger threat, then it's like, come on, just add ranked mode to Splatfest already. And for the biggest con in Splatfest in Splatoon 3, no shifty stations. I don't like Splatoon 2, but even I have to admit that the one thing it got right over 3 was shifty stations. Shifty stations was a new map every Splatfest, and, well, it was a new map essentially every month. I mean, it doesn't get any more simpler than that. So for every month for 2 years, there was a new map to play just with the Splatfest, and when Splatfest ends, they can be added to private battles, so you can play the best version or any version of shifty stations. After it being excluded in Splatoon 3, it was disappointing. I understand that Nintendo wanted to focus on Tricolor, but at the same time, Nintendo officially cannot use the excuse of, oh, it's too hard or complicated to do, because they quite literally did it every month of Splatoon 2's lifespan. So now it's just Nintendo not willing to go to the extra mile for the next installment. Splatfest has its pros and cons, and while although many love it, some hate it. But these were some of the pros and cons I took away from Splatfest. If you have your own that you want to put down in the comments, feel free to. Do you feel like Splatfests are good, or do you hate them? Or you don't mind, or you don't care about them? Let me know down below, and also, thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!